workshop is prompt engineering. So today I will explain very slowly for all the topic from the starting to I'll start from the scratch level. And if you are from non-technical and you never heard about anything before, so I will try to explain every concept in depth wise. So I'll show you the list of the topic, what I wanted to bring up on these things. So all those things will speak. All right. Yep. Okay. So guys, am I clear? Does my audio is clear or not clear? Yes, clear. Everyone, Gokul, please confirm me once it's clear or not clear. Yes, it's clear. Yes, sir, clear. Gokul, yes. Now it's clear. Okay. So guys, let me tell you, it's clear. Let's continue the topic and we'll finish it. And I want to take most knowledge from today's workshop and let's discuss. We don't take any extra time. Let's get in deep dive into the topic of prompt engineering. So I'll try to bring back some of the explanations in WordPad in Word document, even though if you're a beginner. So I will share the notes because I prepare notes to share the students, so everyone can follow the notes and understand the technique in detail. Okay, so the prompt engineering session is going to be divided into two parts. First one is theory and second one is practical. So we understand all the concept of prompt engineer and then we apply in practical. Very much clear, guys. This is the first point. Second, I hope most of people know about me. So my name is Prakash Senapathi and you can catch me on my LinkedIn. Okay, you can type K Prakash Senapathi and you get all the details. So I mean working under Naresh IT since 4 years. So this is all the detail and you can find me in the LinkedIn profile. You can get me over here and my experiences, my work, all those things you can find out from. This is the profile ID. Pretty clear, guys? I don't speak much about things. Now, three, whether the live is going on or not, and then we'll start. All right, team. Okay, live is going on. Let's start. If anyone wants to share any of these links to any of your friends, you can share this. Let me copy. And 1 second. Uh, sir. So yes, it's going on the live. Yep, that's fine. So if you want to share anything, you can share them to your friends. All right, let's start. Okay, so let's continue, guys, and we will start this today's session. One moment. Okay, so prompt engineering. So the first few points, I break down this topic into 12 key points, guys. Good morning, Amul. So I break down the main topic, prompt engineering topic, to 12 points. So the first point is, what is prompt engineering? Why to learn prompt engineering? LLM model setting, prompt elements, prompt engineering techniques. What is short techniques? What is COT prompting, chain of thoughts prompting, self consistency in prompt engineering, Eighth point, out of date learning in prompt engineering. Ninth, role playing in prompt engineering. 10th, RAG in prompt engineer. 11th, React in prompt engineer. The 12th one, DSP, what is meant by dynamic structured prompting. And finally, we're going to do a practical. So in one video, if you listen from the starting to end level, I would say 80% prompt engineering concepts are clear. Okay. So I worked one of the project in prompt engineering on my client. So I'll explain those projects as well. So here, okay. So now I will try to explain each and everything. See guys, first theory is very important. So if you never heard about prompt engineering learning before, this one video makes you expert, okay, about prompt. PE, I would say PE means prompt engineer. So let's continue and let's deep dive in every points. 12 points, I made 12 to 13 slides. So I give more examples on this, then we go ahead and understand it. First one, what is the first point guys? What is prompt engineering? Let's try to cover this. What is meant by prompt engineering? Now, let me tell you, just scroll down. I make these notes. I will share these notes and let's have, you can refer to the notes and make a documents based on your, requirement guys. All right. Next step. So the first we understood what is meant by prompt engineering. The first concepts of prompt engineering, it is a brand new domain. The first one, it is a brand, it's new domain, new domain. Okay. And second one, everybody, most of the team know about AI. But after revolutions of ChatGPT, many users used GPT every day and every minutes, isn't it? So now, if you, that's what I'm saying. After ChatGPT, AI is boomed very fast. Sir, seems voice is issue or perfect. No, I don't understand. So guys, any issue on the voice or perfect? No, you have to ask, you have to answer me, man. It's perfect. No issue, no issue. Perfect, sir. It's clear. Okay. Am I louder, guys? Yeah. So please, guys, you check your side and then let me continue this. Yeah, it's going fine. I check. No worries. Perfect. It's perfect. Okay, let's start now. So AI is boomed very fast. So AI is already launched almost like 7 to 8 years back. And after release of ChatGPT, most people are talk about ChatGPT, isn't it? So then everyone, so when most of the entire world, when entire world used GPT, everyone started researching. Everyone started research that how the GPT works. Research how the ChatGPT works. Now everyone got to know that the backbone of ChatGPT is AI and generative AI. Guys understand? So but here, so it is a new domain. Most of world know about AI. Most of them know about AI. Okay, know about AI earlier, but earlier ChatGPT, many users use GPT in every minutes, isn't it? Entire world use GPT. Everyone started research how GPT works. Now finally most of the world came to know that the backbone of ChatGPT is AI and generative AI. Okay. So here I will try to tell you there's a few things. If you refer, the front end is ChatGPT. Now, how exactly happen? The front end is ChatGPT where user enter the prompt, user enter any question, any question, using prompt. Okay. And in backend, so what exactly happened? Generative with prompt, and the backend is which model, guys? Backend model is LLM model. Backend model is LLM model. Are you guys understand or not up to this? This part is what is the difference between Navin Kumar AI and Gen AI? Navin, do you join for the first time? AI user trained, Gen AI trained by LLM models. Understand, Navin? AI means you build a AI project, you write the code, you train the data, 2 GB data, 2 MB data. You train to the machines, machines build the applications like, classifications projects and sentiment analysis projects. You can do this. But Gen AI, the model has trained by OpenAI, by Gemini, by all those things. Navin Kumar, which batch you are? Yes, understand. First, try to understand this. So we not talk about AI Gen AI, we talk about prompt engineer. Please listen to this. Any questions, we'll talk later. All right, guys, it's a big topic today. So I want to try to break it down, all those things when we understood. Okay. So prompt engineering, what is prompt engineering? It is a new domain. Everyone used AI earlier, but ChatGPT user lot every day the users are use GPT, guys, isn't it? And when entire world use GPT, everyone start research what is the backbone of GPT, which is AI, which is generative AI, guys. All right. Now the front end is here, the front end is GPT and back end is LLM model. Now that's what I mentioned, back end is LLM model, all generative AI model. Okay, so many generative AI models we have, like OpenAI, Google, and Meta, all those things. Next one. Generative model mainly has two aspects. Next one. Gen AI has mainly two aspects. The first one is training data. The second one is input data. In generative AI, okay, training aspects and input to the prompt. Input to the prompt. Are you guys understand? So training data, can you please tell me who is training data? In generative AI, user train the data or OpenAI train the data, guys? In generative AI, anyone responds who train the data? Very good, Divya. OpenAI train the data. OpenAI train the data, isn't it? So that's why we generate a OpenAI API keys. We generate API keys. Okay. And who give input to the prompt? Who will give input to the prompt? User. Very good. That means we we are user to the prompt. So OpenAI train the data. User not train the data here. So when OpenAI train the data, so here the data should be when the OpenAI train the data. So how the data should be? The model need to be trained on clean data, noiseless data, no bias. What is no bias? There shouldn't be any politics relevant informations. It shouldn't be any nationality informations. It shouldn't be any races. Also, there is no hallucinations. You guys understand, team? No polarized, nothing else. So that's what I'm saying. So the data should be in here when the OpenAI train the data. So the data should be cleaned and no noise, isn't it? And then there's no noise, and it should be there's no hallucination, there is no bias. Okay, the bias means gender. There is no politics. There's a lot of constraints has to be required to train this data, guys. Are you understand or not up to this? Everyone clear? So today, what is prompt engineering and how exactly all those things? So I want every students, whoever attended the workshop and whoever view this video, I'm try to let's take a more time, but try to understand everything. And in one video, I want to complete all those things about prompt engineering, and we do a practical as well. Understand? So here, developer cannot train the data because LLM model Chat GPT trained by OpenAI, Gemini trained by Google, and Llama 3 trained by Meta. Very much clear, guys, here. This is training aspects. So user do not has, there is no, I mean, training data user can't do, but input to the prompt user can do or not? User can do, guys. Let me tell you, OpenAI API key is not a free versions, is not a free versions. It is a paid versions. It is a paid versions. Everyone knows it. Input data given by the user using prompt. Input model, LLM model generate better output. So, do you know whenever a user enter any question, user enter any questions to the prompt. Now, it would be chargeable or not, guys? It would be chargeable. That means we buy OpenAI API key and minimum is $5. And when a company use the OpenAI API key, for every token, OpenAI charge some amount or not, guys? Charge some amount. So always understand, every time, most of the time, a user must need to write a valid prompt, okay, to get or to generate accurate output, to generate accurate output, because cost factor is associated with it. Team, are you understand everyone what I'm trying to speak? Please respond yes. Everyone is clear or not? So when it is chargeable, when OpenAI is chargeable for input, cost matters, true. So I mean to say, in organizations, when you work in any project, so that's what I'm saying, input given, so the whatever input given by the user using prompt, better input model generate better output. So you try to minimize questions prompt but accurate response. This is the main technique of prompting. So prompt engineering is divided into two part, prompt plus engineering. User need to enter correct input to the prompt to generate accurate responses from the trained model by AI, from the internet, books, web, etc. Isn't it, guys? So when, how the large language model trained? So here the LLM model trained from internet and books and websites and XML and articles and research paper and GitHub documents. There is a lot of things, guys, and websites, etc. So don't you think the data is too large and no user can train the way OpenAI API does? So that's what I'm saying. Training part, training part, we don't have that. We don't have, but for right prompt, the user must do this. The user must do this. Am I clear, guys? Everyone up to this? So now, user, how many question asked to the prompt? What is token length? How many tokens required for the project? Each of thing has contributions to the cost factor. So remember, whenever any organizations give you an key, you try to utilize it, and then only the valid developer has to be check on every cost factors, guys. So that's the way. What I try to understood, what is prompt engineer? A less prompt, I mean, you need to ask a question to the prompt, ask a question such a way, in less token, the model should generate, the model should generate appropriate answer. Model should generate appropriate answer. Pretty clear, guys? Up to this, everyone understand? Uh, the student, anyone joined for the first time? I hope the concept clear. What exactly mean by prompt engineer? Yes, that's cool. Next, good job. Next one. Can we go to the next topic? So in this, so I have 12 topics, and in this 12, if you understand, then things would be pretty clear. Now, second point. Let's go to the second now. So the first one we completed. Just go back to what is prompt engineering understood. Now, the next one. Second is why to learn prompt engineer. The second one, Why to learn prompt engineer? Okay, I'll try to prepare. Always remember this one. Users should get appropriate response with minimal prompt to reduce the organization's cost. Remember this point. In organizations, you need to enter valid prompt for the problem statement, or else company budget will increase. Are you able to understand a very simple statement? You need to always remember a user or a developer or a prompt engineer, anyone could get a appropriate response with minimum prompt to reduce the organization's cost. In organizations, you need to enter valid prompt for the problem statement, or else company budget will increase. Okay, next, why to learn prompt engineering? The first one, it is a evolving domain. It is a evolving domain. You never heard about this technique 2 years back, 1 year, 3 years back, or 10 years back. It is just these Gen AI prompt engineering launched hardly 1 year back, guys. So we are a developer. Many non-technical team, non developers, they used AI tools, but they doesn't know how the prompt engineering works. So when you write a code, they are used. So we are a developer, the entire world use the tool. You getting my point? Now prompt engineering is evolving domain. Do you know, in 5 days, in I most of the time I was talk about this, in 5 days GPT consume 1 million user, 1 million user, isn't it? In 5 days only, many tasks has automized using GPT. Still these domain in research phase. If you learn now, then future has good growth down the line. Am I clear? So that's what prompt engineering is, evolving domain, because it is a brand new domain. It is a brand new domain. This is the first point, why to learn prompt engineer. Next one. Second point is, this is the another point. This is a brand new domain and GPT. So the few things, look at the job market, prompt engineering job openings. The second one is prompt engineer job openings. If I go to the LinkedIn and if I go for jobs here and I want to try as engineer, prompt engineer, just you refer to the India and hit enter. So you can see everywhere, you can see there's a quite many jobs you can find out, almost like 1493 results you can find out, guys. Am I clear over here? Okay, so almost like you can clearly see the job market in the prompt engineering, even though you can apply jobs for internship level, and also you can apply for, internship entry, and still you guys can get all the opportunities, guys. Understand? So the good thing, job opening has good amount of, see, that means why job openings? When a new technology has launched, every company every company wanted to hire at least two to two to three developer for a research, guys, for a research. How exactly this work, isn't it? Every company. But can you tell me, whenever a company hire a new developer for a research, they can't pay 1 cr and 2 cr to the developer, isn't it, or researcher? So that's why most of the company looking for freshers, guys. Most of the company looking for looking for freshers in prompt engineering job role, in prompt engineering job role. Are you guys clear up to this? The second option is why to learn prompt engineering. The first one, it is evolving domain. The second one, there is a good job opening in the market, because 2025 for 2000, okay, let's take it 1 year, 2025, it has good growth. Okay, now this is this year, if you not get into this job, so might be other people will take your positions. Remember this one. As it is a evolving domain, every company try to hire at least 2 to 3 developers for a research, isn't it? So that's why most of the company looking for freshers or intern to apply for the job role. Very much clear why to learn this prompt engineering. Okay. Now the next thing comes up is, okay. So here, experience not required, guys. Fresher can apply prompt engineering job. So the second one, even though not required any experience, because most of the student has career gap, they happily apply a prompt engineering job as a fresher level, but in the career gap, please mention please mention some experience, and you guys can go ahead and work for it. So am I clear, guys, why to learn prompt engineering? If you join any other domain, if you join, let's say, if you join any other domain, most of the company mainly look for experience like Java experience, .NET experience, okay, multiple experience. But as a prompt engineering, it is a new technology. So most of the jobs related to the fresher only. If anyone got offered in prompt engineering, then blindly you need to enter to this field irrespective of the package. Let me clarify here. So being a freshers, you haven't expectations for any packages first. Whatever you have offer in prompt engineering, if you heard about, there is a prompt engineering maintenance implementations engineer. So blindly you can refer to that, guys. So even though most of company try to create a new job role for these things. So are you guys understand why to learn prompt engineering? Second step, are we clear? Second step, are we clear? Second point, everyone. So first point is, what is prompt engineering? Okay, prompt is a new domain, and ChatGPT is a front end. And in the GPT model create a prompt where user input any questions to the prompt, and in the backend LLM model response, the data is trained by internet, but the data should be clean data, no noise, no hallucinations, no bias, no politics, nothing else. So those data has to be trained from OpenAI, but the user has to be enter a valid or questionable prompt, so that you should, in a less prompts, you should get a accurate response. That's all about prompt engineer. But why to learn prompt engineer? The first thing is, it's a new market, it's a new job, and the freshers can apply, does not require any experience. Even though you have a career gap, you get some certifications and mention them and speak confidently, and things would be pretty clear on that. So guys, I hope you cleared this one. Are you clear, team? Okay. So this part, sir, audio not clear again. So Gokul, team, do you feel the voice is cracking, or it's good from my side? It's clear. Mr. Gokul, are you joining from internet, like mobile? No, man, please, no, clear. So I want you to tell you to some of the students. So little patience required. And also, if you're not able to understand, the session is going on live. So you can refer to that and you can go for it. Understand? Yeah. So I do see that. I think it would be clear. Next one. Can we go to the third point? Let's go to the third point. Let's go to the third point. The third, how many topic we done? Two topics. Still we have 12 more. Next, go to the third topic. LLM model setting. Just LLM model setting. LLM model setting. Okay, let me check YouTube. Anyone ask any questions to there? And if not, then that's fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's continue. What is meant by LLM model setting? In LLM model setting, there is a few techniques you must need to be understand. What is model? What is temperature? Maximum length, stop sequences, stop P, frequency penalty, presence penalty, output is JSON. Now here, I want to go back and try to, let's log into platform.openai.com. So when you go to the platform.openai.com, so let's assume, do you see you have a playground? So once you log into platform.openai.com, okay, so you have to log in, you have to click to this, click to it and log in, and log into it. Once you log into it, you can select a playground. Okay, so once you click on playground, playground, do you see in the right side, you can able to see few details like model. All right. In this model, when you check this, you have multiple models created by OpenAI. The first GPT-O Turbo, 3.5 Turbo Mini, and there's a lot of model versions you have, guys. Isn't it? This is model. And once you, this is what I've been mentioned here. If you refer to my documents, in this document, now go back and check. This is what model. Next one, in this one, if you scroll down, do you see temperature? Now have a look at this, guys. Temperature, maximum length, stop sequence, top P, frequency penalty, presence penalty. Are you able to understand all those things or not? So whenever user write any prompt here, whenever user write any prompt here, in the backend, these parameters will be intact to the prompt, and based on the parameters, the model generate your responses. Crystal clear? So whenever a user enter any prompts using this command, this prompting, so these parameters will intact to the prompt and it hit to the model. But the question is, what exactly all those things? Shall we discuss, guys? What exactly all those things, and let's have work on it. So what exactly mean by first model? Can you please guys understand up to this? Is very interesting and I hope you understood, and I try the concepts is very easy in one video. I everyone you need to be finished the prompt engineering, and then we go back code, and then we understood. It's awesome. It's you this is a big topic, nice topic you haven't found anywhere. So I've been done this many research, many practical, many projects, many thought process. I've been spend more time to how to explain this topic in a layman terms to my students. That's the main key goal. So happily listen and you finish it and we do the practical. Okay. Now here, let me go back and one by one. Let's go back to this one. The first one, model. Do you see what is model? For open playground, OpenAI, Gemini, everyone, even though you can open a Gemini LLM, okay, just deep mind. And in Google also, you can get the playground, guys. Google Gemini AI. Workshop is videos. Yeah, it's video is available, Nisha. Video is available, no problem. You can go to YouTube's and you can type, or maybe type Naresh IT, and I will share this YouTube channel. You have to follow that, and everything you need to be understand. Okay, so that I'll try to explain a layman. You can refer to that. I'll post the link. Okay, yeah. So even though if you open Google, Gemini, do you see Gemini also you can find a playground, guys? Okay, no problem. You can in Gemini also you can get these context like where is the playgrounds over here? And okay, in Gemini also you can see model. Now go back and let's continue this topic now and we understand this one. For OpenAI Playground, OpenAI Gemini AI is the setting for LLM. Right side, you can able to see the model name. So when you in the playground, when you select GPT-4 and you can write a text, give me, okay, summarize, okay, holiday. So now I write two tokens, GPT-4 model calls. If I execute GPT 3.5 Turbo, then when I run the 3.5 model versions called, when you try to give GPT-4o and when you give a instructions, do you see? When a user type, I entered the prompt, it entered to the system instruct and it called GPT 3.5 Turbo model. Now I'll call again, then it called GPT-4 model, and I hope you got this response. Are you clear, team? So what exactly mean by model? So this session is understood. So the first point is we discussed model. Next one, temperature. What is meant by temperature? If you refer to this playground, do you see, you can able to see the temperature here? Okay, temperature. And the temperature, you can set up a temperature as well. What is the range of the temperature? Can you tell me? 0 to 2. Good morning. It's really awesome. I have 18 years. No, wait. We'll talk about all those things, buddy. What's Venkata? I will talk about all those things later. We'll try to understand and I will speak with you. You can ping me in LinkedIn. We talk later because I get deep dive into questions. So I don't want to divert. Okay, Venkat? Okay. So guys, don't ask any questions. Just listen. It's very amazing technique. I promise you. Can you please tell me what is range of the temperature? What is range of the temperature? When you see the LLM foreground, anyone? The range of the temperature is 0 and 2. Very good. So here in LLM setting, the first LLM model setting, the first one model. So a user can select model based on user requirement. Okay. And if you select 3.5, the model called 3.5 model. And if you select 4, the model fetch 4 model, isn't it? Next one. What is temperature? The range of the temperature is 0 to 2. Okay, so next one, range of the temperature is, the range of the temperature is 0 to 2. But what exactly mean by 0 to 2? And if you see, by default, the temperature is got 0.93. Okay, now let's go back and understand what is meant by temperature. Temperature is a parameter. Listen to me. Temperature is a parameter that controls randomness of model's output during text generations, guys. Understand? Let's say you take a picture. If you have randomness, do you think your picture will clear? Yes or no? Never. Your picture will never clear. The exactly whenever you have a text and when you have a randomness, the text shouldn't be a proper output, isn't it? So temperature will decide how model more creativity. Temperature will decide how model will more creativity. To best creative model, randomness should reduce. Okay. In the picture, when you have more random, picture is not clear. When you reduce the randomness, the picture is clear. In the text, you need to reduce the randomness, then only the text should be proper. So if temperature is high, then randomness will high and user may not get relevant word. Now, so that's what outputs are produced tuning the temperature, right? So here the temperature is divided into two parts. Low temperature, normally we define 0.2, medium temperature 0.7, high temperature 1.2, because the range is 0 to 2. So when you define a low temperature, what happened? The model generate more predictive and focused response, guys. It favors high probability words and resulting coherent, sensible output. Understand, guys? When you say medium temperature, it is balanced between randomness and predictability. Got my point? High temperature means what happened? Text would be more accurate or inaccurate? Anyone? When you get high temperature, what would be the response, guys? The randomness will high. When high temperature, when you have the model produce more unpredictable output, isn't it? Now let me write down. The temperature is defined into 0 to 2. What exactly temperature does? Temperature will decide the how model is more creative and generate accurate test. Generate accurate test. If in a text the randomness is high, then what happened? The error also high, guys. The error also high. That means we don't get a right predictable probability test, guys. So if the randomness is medium, now you got response as medium, but try to avoid high and medium. Every time temperature should be low, so that, okay, would be less the randomness would be less and produce accurate text content. Concept clear, guys? Two part of LLM playgrounds, LLM settings. How many things we done? I hope it is. Yeah. So no randoms. Yeah, you can think like that definitely. Guys, understand what is meant by random? So what is temperature range? 0 to 2. Temperature range is 0 to 2. So make sure the temperature should be. Now, can we go to the next part? Can we go to the next part? So in the next part, So model we done temperature, low, high, medium, high. We have to select a low temperature or based on your requirement. Top P. You know, guys, temperature and top P will both work similar. Let me tell you. The third concept is, let's write the model in LLM model setting. The first one we have a model, and second one is temperature, and the third one is top P value. What is meant by top P? This is another concept in setting. So now what happened? Temperature plus top P. What is meant by P? Here probability value. Top P is another parameter that controls how the model selects a next word during text generations. If you refer to this, do you see you have here top P value? What is top P value, guys? 0 to 1. Do you see? Top P range is 0 to 1. Low temperature more than 1. I mean, should be 0 to 1 only if it like it depends on you, Abhishek. You see, if you don't, as per your projects, if you not get your accurate response, you might tune these temperatures based on 0.7 or move it to 0. But this is what the uh, concepts of temperature. Now, understand, Abhishek? So here, this temperature always combined with the top P. Understand? Now, why? What happened? What would be the next text? We'll write the prompt. Exactly. Now go back to this now, top P. In the top P, and I'll make some documentations. Look at this. Low temperature, predictable, good response. High temperature, more creative and varied. The response will be text response will vary from the prompt. Low P, more focused response. High P, wide range of words to be selected. So here, how do we combine? Combined low temperature plus low P. Very good, accurate responses suitable for task needing precisions. Guys, are you understand the statements or not? Are you understand the statement? And then low temperature plus high top P. Still focus, but some creative variations. High temperature plus low top P. These are the combinations. So which combinations we need to select? Anyone? Which combinations we need to select? May I know, please? Any responses? Low, low. Very good. Can we select low plus low? What is low? Low temp plus low P. Amazing. Good one. So we need to select low temperature and low P value. P means probability. When you have low temperature, low randomness, low P, less, I mean, you get coherent responses. But here, so every time, okay, top P means it will find a, every time we need to select low temperature plus low P value for accurate text responses. Accurate text responses. Good. Now here there's a few concepts. Every time I'm using one word in my document, the document is coherent. What's mean by coherent response? What's mean by coherent response? In the coherent response, if you refer to the coherent response, coherent refers something that logical, consistent, and easy to understand. So range of T value. Jayant, what questions you asking, man? Everyone needs to accurate model, right? So why different ranges for temperature and P value? No, Jayant, you need to be understand. Okay, if you need to drive your home in 80 kilometer speed, are you drive 80 kilometer speed from the beginning to last? Answer me. You want to go home? No. Then why you no need to? Then are we change the variations or not? Based on the prompt, when the LLM models generate the response, sometimes you may not get what response you want. So when we change these parameters, so you might get a response. That's what these tunings should be required. Are you clear now, Jayant? Okay, got it. Next one. Okay, what is meant by coherent? Coherent refers something that is logical, consistent, and easy to understand. When apply writing or speech, okay, when we write to the prompt, writing a speech, it means the idea present in a clear and organized manner. You need to get every time GPT model gives you clear picture to you or not. So making audience to follow and grasp the message. So coherent means it is a piece of text or speech communicates message in a way that is easy to understand by user. So this concept is called coherent response. What is meant by coherent response? From the prompt, a coherent piece of the text or speech effectively communications easy for others to understand. So guys, how many topic we covered? So does copy and more creativity to the response, which will reduce the accuracy. It's not reduce the accuracy, Mehboob, but it reduce the text response what you expected. What you expected. Got me, Mehboob? Okay. Now here, how many part we done? Model we finished. Temperature we done. Top p value we done. Can we go to the next concepts? Team, very understanding. Okay, what is prompt engineering? Are you guys learn prompt engineering from scratch level? No need to be, no, not required any prerequisite. Just we'll complete them and go back to the code. Okay. Next one, max length. Very simple by the word itself. In OpenAI Playground, these are the parameters. Where do you see max length? Under temperature model configurations, you have all of them or not? Max length. So max length mean the model produce maximum length up to 4095 tokens. Understand? So here number of tokens, which were very straightforward. How many? Now let's get back to the topic. What is max length? In the context of language model text generations, max length refers to maximum number of tokens, words, punctuation marks, and special characters that the model will generate in a single response, guys. Concept clear? In your code, definitely in the code, we have to pass a max length. My output, my code has to generate 150 length of the token. So it will generate 150 and stop. If you say 1000, definitely it will generate 1000 text, but your token amount will be cost factor will be associated with the token generations. Concept clear, guys? What is meant by next one? So the first one is LLM model setting. So we done is temperature and okay. So let me tell you, the student who clearly focused and understand, you feel interesting. The student who is just come and see how things going on and they can't understand. So just try to be little patience, and then because definitely theory has to be little important on it. So the first one is temperature. We done here. Temperature is done and top P we done and coherent response we done. Max length. Can we go back to the next one? Max length. Okay. LEN GTH. GTH. So what is the next topic, guys? Now after max, stop sequencing. Do you see this here? Temperature model configuration finished. You have see stop sequences or not? Enter sequences and press tab. You heard this in right side, stop sequences in OpenAI Playground. So what is meant by top sequences? If you go back to this now and right here, top sequences, stop sequence. Stop sequences are specific sequences of characters or words that signal model to stop generating text. Okay, so when you say stop generate text, so that's what it activates, stop sequencing. So purpose of stop sequence is control output. They help define end of generated content. See, let me tell you, when a user enter any prompt to the GPT, GPT can respond infinity time or not. GPT can produce the text infinity time until someone has to stop, guys, isn't it? When you write a loop, okay, it will give a loop until we stop raising. Okay, we have to raise a the loop. The same way, the help define end of generate content ensure that the model doesn't continue produce text beyond what you need. So what is main purpose of stop sequences, guys? It control. Stop sequence means it controls output. It controls output. So guys, understood what is meant by stop sequences? May I know, please? Okay. How many of them clear? Good, Deepthi. What about rest of them? Okay. Stop sequences. We done this. Now, after the stop sequences, custom terminator. You can specify one or more phrases like end. So even though when you say end, the text responses will stop or not, or when you say end or stop, if you see many generative model which we developed before, so most of the code we mention term as end, that means the responses should be stopped there. So that's called, then when generate, it cause model to halt its output, model halt its output. So this is called purpose of stop sequences, understand? And also preventing overlap, they can also be used to avoid irrelevant informations after the intent and messages. Now stop sequences also help to stop irrelevant messages for the query which asked by the user. Concept clear, guys? I hope understand everyone. So what is meaning of stop sequence? Next one. This would be the stop sequences. So how many topic we covered in LLM model setting? In LLM model setting, we discuss like all those things. Next one, model we discuss, temperature we discuss, top P, max length, stop sequence, and frequency penalty. And here, just go back to the open playground. Next, we have two more, and then we finalized frequency penalty and presence penalty. Do you see? Again, top B ranges this one, frequency. What is penalty range? 0 to 2 or not? And presence penalty 0 to 2. Now let me write it down here. So we have two penalty. The first one is uh, frequency penalty and presence penalty. So we have two penalties, guys. What exactly the frequency penalty and presence penalty? Let's understand this one. So in this case, frequency penalty is a parameter that helps control the likelihood of model repeating words or phrases in its output. It will decide how many times the words are repeating at the time of generated text. And also the main reason of frequency penalty, it reduce repetition. Understand, guys? The main use of FP, it reduce repetition. Understand? So here, by apply penalty for using same words or phrases multiple times, the model to produce diverse response and adjustable control. By set the frequency penalty, how strong model should avoid repeating words. Very simple. Try to understood. The frequency penalty would helps you to avoid with more accurate. Exactly. It means less tokens with more accurate information. It will avoid repeating words. This is called a frequency penalty. You know what is range of penalty, guys? The range of frequency penalty is 0 to 2. So, but what is meant by 0? 0 means no penalty. The model can repeat words freely. Very good. So 0 means the model can produced can produce repeat words where the noise will be increased, isn't it? 2 means a higher penalty repeats more than lower one. So I mean to say greater than 0. That means higher penalties would produced will not produce repeating word, not produce repeating words. Crystal clear, guys? What is meant by frequency penalty, everyone? Okay, I know. See, many people will leave. I know that because I told you this required a concentrations. Without this prompt engineering, without this technique, because it should have to learn, guys. And so that's why I try to give you easy way of explanations, but you need to be a patience to listen to it. Next one. Interesting topic, guys. May I know, please? Very interesting. These things, how things works in how GPT is behaving and what parameters we use, all those things we discuss. Next one. Can we go back to presence penalty? What is presence penalty? May I know what is range of presence penalty? I think again it's 0 to 2, both 0 to 2 itself, presence penalty. So once you go back to the presence penalty is another parameter used in language model to control the generate text. So frequency penalty is reduced, the repetitions of words where presence penalty presence penalty would generate the text. These are parameters. So purpose of discourage of repetitions of idea. The presence penalty model reuse any words or phrases that have already appeared in generate text, even they are not repeated multiple times. Value range. So zero means no penalty for using previously mentioned word. Very good. So when you mentioned zero, okay, that means there is no penalty for using previous mentioned word. While high penalty means for any repeating of word, because some of the text required repetitions of word. For those cases, we used presence penalty application. So here impact of output, a high presence penalty will result model avoid previously used word more aggressively. Understand? By adjusting the presence penalty in environment like playground, the moment when we adjust this penalty, okay, so what happened? So playground, you can fine tune the balance between coherence and generated text. Concept clear? What is meant by presence penalty, guys? The presence penalty, a high presence, a model avoid previous words more aggressively, but you need to adjust the penalty to so that you can get a fine tune and balance between coherence. Okay, team. So finally, this part we completed. I'm sure I try my best to explain all this LLM model, I mean parameters, these parameters which impact a prompt which enter by users to get a accurate and coherent response with no bias, with no repetitions, with accurate meaning information. Am I clear, guys? So am I clear? Please respond. So can we go to the next topic? Can we go to the next topic? Cool. Good. Next one. So the student who joined late, I would highly recommend you to please check all the video. It's going on live. Next one. Okay. So three part we covered, and second also we covered. Okay. Fourth one. Just go to the fourth one. Stop sequence we done. Frequency. Prompt elements. Important concepts. Now fourth. Prompt elements. I told you, let me finish 12, and then we go for a practical. All right, team. Prompt elements. In prompt elements, what we need to do and how many prompt elements we have. Prompt elements are the components that make up a prompt you give a language model to guide output. So prompt element would help give language model to guide its output. Someone need a guidance or not? Let me see. When we drive anywhere, we need a guidance. We go left or we go right. So that's why the guide boards are there, isn't it? In any traffic signals, the boards are available. So in prompting also, we required some elements where large language model required some guide. So there are these elements can influence model interprets and what kind of the first one instruction. The first one is instruction. In prompt element, the first thing, the purpose of the model exactly. The first one is instruction. Okay. What is meant by instructions? Instructions means we guide to generate response. Yeah, we can guide. How to guide? A clear directive telling the model what you want to do. For example, I will say write a summary of any algorithm, explain how algorithm works, generate a story about machine learning. So are you see this instructions or not? So when you say write a summary, when you say instructions, the instructions taken by the prompt and it feed to the model. You guys getting my point? What's meant by instructions, everyone? Next, context. What is meant by context? On what context, background informations, details the provided by the model with necessary context. Generated in the context of climate change. So always now onwards, whenever you ask any questions to the prompt, I would highly recommend you to use this kind of instructions. and context. Okay, write a summary okay, of anything or any model, any code in the context of climate change. You can mention in the context of. So when you say context, it referring to the specific topic. Next example. So the first one is instructions, context. Okay, so we discuss in the context of climate change. Climate change. And what exactly this one? Instructions. Okay, summarize or write the clear query. What task here? Write the, okay, I could say like write the, okay, summary of, write the summary of any algorithm. So this is what you can define instructions. I mean, we provide a guide to the model output to generate output. Examples. So specific examples it appreciate so that the model can give you more accurate responses. For example, okay, what you're looking for, helping the model desired style or content. For the instance, consider this algorithms, decision tree algorithms, and produce and write a summary of random forest algorithms. This is example. We need to provide example. Next, tone and style. So what is the next one, guys? We need to give some examples or tone and style. What is meant by tone and style? Indicates of the tone you want model to adapt. Use a formal tone, make it humorous, write like a poem, isn't it? So you know how we talk to the people, like a rude tone or a soft tone. When you say rude tone, so of course you know, people will be angry on you. So most of you know, sometimes rude tone and soft tone, isn't it? So this is the way tone and style. So how we define a prompt to a tone, like make it humorous, write like poem. Next one is format. The next one is format. What format we have? Instructions how to format the output. What do you say? We can say list the items, write in paragraph, use bullet points. Do you see? I need my context, I need my output with the list of items. Write the paragraph. So you can say list of items and write the paragraph and write the paragraph. Understand? So we have all those things like that. And then write like a poem. Okay, so use bullet points. Use bullet points of my speech to speak in any of the seminar. So this is what you can speak of them. Length. Indications of how long want the response. For example, you need about, okay, responses. So length. How many length you want to generate a text, because whatever responses it generate, the cost factor is associated with it. I told you or not? You need to say, give me summary, write the summary of algorithms in 100 words or 1000 words. So you generate a 1000 words. What is meant by 1000? My name is NIT. How many words? 1 2 3 4 4 words. So the same way it generate a words, guys. Length is constraint. The last one is constraint. Last one is constraint. What is meant by constraint? Any limitations or requirements such as avoiding certain topic using particularly vocabulary. Okay, you need to produce a high quality, relevant and coherent responses from the model. So these above prompt elements would help any user to produce a coherent response from the model. Am I clear? The fourth point, are we understood, guys? Okay, so this is crystal clear how exactly the prompt engineering can take the data, and this part would be clear. Good. So how many things we discussed today? Let's review. What is prompt engineering? Why we need to learn prompt engineering? What is LLM model setting? We discuss how the playground works and how these LLM model parameters enter or edit, I mean, add to the prompts and produce accurate responses. And then we talk about prompt element. Next. So 4, we just wait for another 8 more. We covered everything and then go back to the code. And then fourth one, and let's go back to the fourth topic, prompt engineering techniques. Fifth, guys, This is very important concepts, and I want you to explain with example. The first one, prompt engineering techniques. This is called short techniques in prompt. What is meant by short techniques? We have three shots, guys. The first one is zero shot, second one is one shot, and third one is few shot. Understand? In prompt engineering technique, this is also called short technique in prompt. So what is meant by short techniques in prompt? We divide into three techniques, or also we call zero shot learning, one shot learning, and last one is few shot learning. What is mean by zero shot learning? Just I mentioned some examples. Based on the examples, I'll try to show you some of the example in GPT, and we try to understand this one. You describe something you never seen or existing knowledge. I would say describe zebra without seeing one. Let's see, you never see the zebra, and you produce a zebra. That concepts comes under zero shot learning. Understand, guys? So you never see any zebra, so that's what I'm saying. You describe something you never seen before, the existing data whatever it had, so that comes under zero shot learning. Very much clear, guys? What is meant by one shot learning? You identify something based on like seeing one picture of zebra, one shot. You see one zebra picture and the model predicts it is a zebra. This concept comes under one shot learning. I mean, zero shot learning means you never seen the data, whatever existing knowledge it has, it produce the output. In in one shot learning, you give only how many example? One example, and it produce the output. And it produce the output. And what is next one? Few shot. Now, can you please guess us what exactly answer for this now? Anyone guesses what is few shot? Zero means no example. Okay. No example we have trained. One shot mean we give one picture or one example. You give more than one, let's say few example. So that's concepts called few shot learning. If you refer to this, you can identify something after seeing a multiple examples, like recognize a zebra after seeing several pictures, isn't it? You give not on one, but you give multiple picture and try to understand. Guys, are you clear what is meant by zero shot learning, one shot learning, few shot learning? Everyone, okay, what's meant by zero shot and one shot and few shot? Now let's bring back more example on this and let's complete this topic. So here, if I talk about, let's try to, I write one query. What is GPT, zero shot learning? Task, classify image, either a dog, cat, or a bird. Understand, guys? Zero shot. The task is the model has to classify an image, whether the image is cat image, dog image, or bird image. You ask a model to classify picture of horse without providing any prior example. So, guys, understand, listen to me. You need to classify cat, dog, bird, but you train the picture of horse. The model uses this understanding other categories to make a classifications without having seen or specified category before. Understand? Now, the model has never seen any data and it generated response. Identify person in a photograph. You show a model one image of a person and then ask to identify allies. The model use single example and recognize allies in different context. That comes up one shot. In one shot, we give one example and the model predicts. Here in zero shots, the model may predicts, may not predicts. Understand? But whatever the previous existing knowledge it has, it predict whether it is horse or whether it is some other images. What is few shot learning? Classify different type of flowers. You provide the model with 5 images of dices, roses, 5 image of tulips. Then you ask to classify a new image of flower. The model use few example it has learned and made more accurate classifications compared to zero shot learning. Are you guys clear or not? Are you guys clear or not? Yes, itself. Exactly. So I hope it seems crystal understanding about zero shot learning, one shot learning, and few shot learning. There's no more questions about this. And that's what I just make some of the examples and try to understood here. Now, concise, let's sum up all these things. When you use few shot, if you have ability to provide multiple examples, if you have a multiple examples to train to the GPT model, then use few short. Am I clear? In your projects, if you have multi-class, multiple objects or multiple examples, then use few short. If in your projects you don't have any multiple objects, you have only one object, please use which one? Which one? Any response? You have only one example. Which one we're going to use? We use one shot learning. We use one shot learning and few shot learning. So in the project, if you don't have any objects to be trained, any objects to be uh, trained, so then you can use zero shot learning. You never say that we can't come to conclusion that which one is accurate based on your requirement. Am I clear, guys? Now, prompt engineering, short technique in prompt. Are we clear? Are we clear? Everybody? Okay. Excellent. I'm sure I'm trying my best to explain all the tough concepts in easy way so that we go for a practical. Let's take some time, and that's what in one video would make you understand each and every prompt in easy way. Next, how many topics we covered? 5. Another few more. Let's finish them. Okay, chain of thoughts, COT. 6.1, COT. It's called COT prompt. Means chain of thoughts. I want to ask a question to everyone. In our day-to-day life, we face many problems. Every day we face many problems, isn't it? So to have to get solution of the problem, shall we use chain thoughts or not? Shall we use different way to different way, okay, to way to solve the problem? So different way, can I say it is chain of thoughts? Am I clear, guys? What is meant by chain of thoughts? In human encounter with many problem, let's assume you have a fight with cup. The cup will take you and they put you in jail. What do? You think, you try to think, any uncle, aunt, anyone who is relevant to this lawyer, and a lot of thoughts will come up to you guys, isn't it? To solve the problem, he can create a chain of thoughts to solve the problem. So that's called cot. Let's understand. COT stands for chain of thoughts. It refers to prompting technique where the model is encouraged to think through a problem step by step before arriving at a conclusion. So how do we think, guys, when the problem comes to us? When the problem comes to us, are we follow step by step approach or not? What is meant by step by step approach? First step, to whom I need to reach. What is the next step? What is the next step? So you have exam, how to pass the exam. Let's assume you fail 2 times. How do you pass? How do? You need to follow the step-by-step approach. The same way in prompt engineer, this concepts will classify the prompt in step-by-step manner. This is called COT. But now let's understand how exactly it works. This method helps improve models reasoning, can lead to more accurate and coherent output. So structured reasoning, what exactly it do? Whenever a user write any query to the prompt, the model provides reasoning process. It can break down complex question to manageable part. Next, first step is what happened? How exactly it works? It's to break down all the prompts, okay, all tokens from the query. This is the first. Transparency. It allows user to see how the model arrives its answers, making thought process clear and more understandable. And every token need to be understand, and it has to be provide accurate answer. This is the second one. Enhanced problem solving for tasks such as math problem, multi-step query, COT prompting signal. Now, can we give some examples of COT prompt? Let's do this. Now, in the prompt, what is 24 divided by 6? So, how we teach to a kid? Let's assume you have some uncle's kid or aunt's kid. How do you speak this, guys? You could use caught prompt like think the way following problem. What is 24 by 6? The first one, I need to understand what is division means. Correct, guys? First, what is division means? First step. Then dividing 24 by 6. Ask how many times 6 fit into 24. Then 6 times 4 equals 24. So the answer is 4. Are you guys understand? Don't you follow? First, do you think you guys can teach to any kid like this? Before you explain 24 by 6, before you say 4, you have to explain what is meant by division. After the division, you have to call 6 table. In the 6 table, you have to make groups, and then you can explain to the kid in step by step. So guys, are you there? Now, benefits of COT. What is meant by benefits of COT? Improve accuracy. It helps model complex problems more effectively. Whenever in coding language also, when you have like big codes, we try to solve it. Educational level, users can learn from models reasoning process. Guys, are you clear what is meant by caught, everyone? Isn't it? What's meant by caught we discuss, guys, this one. Next, here the same way, chain of thoughts also divide into 3 part. If you refer to this, 0 shot caught and 1 shot caught and a few shot caught. Very much clear. The way we have 0 shot learning, 1 shot learning and few shot learning, the same way we have 0 shot caught and 1 shot caught and few shot caught. Let's try to understand what is meant by 0 shot caught. It good for without examples may lack structure. In zero shot learning, what happened? We never provide any examples, guys, isn't it? In zero shot caught also, okay, general, okay, reasoning response without examples. So you can say the model produced response without example, isn't it? Now, next one shot caught. What is meant by one shot caught? A model provide a single guiding example, but better clarity. Okay, here we got better clarity, but here we got less clarity. Now, so just go back to this one. And what is next? Few shot caught. Few shot caught. So in the few shot caught, best for complex task, offering multiple examples to enhance understanding and accuracy. Enhance understanding and accuracy. Just go back and try to understand this. So guys, I hope I'm clear about these many steps. I know this is a little theories and the prompt engineering rather than I'll explain 2 to 3 days workshops. My plan is to complete today and you have to understand, and now you can happily mention in your projects about prompt engineering. It's very good. You can apply as intern and I'll do the program right now. Let's finish it and we code it, guys. Everybody clear? This is called COT prompt. This is called COT prompt. Okay. So does my voice is clear, guys, everyone? Or you face any challenges on it? Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, let's start now. Now, next one, seventh one is self-consistency in prompt engineering. Next one, the seventh one is what are the topic we done? What is prompt engineering? Why to learn prompt engineering? LLM model setting, and what else, guys? After LLM model setting, then we talk about uh, okay, zero shot learning. Okay, and 3 LLM model setting. The fourth one, we have prompt elements, instructions, context. Fifth one is short learning, zero shot learning, one shot learning, few shot learning. And after that, caught prompt, zero shot caught, one shot caught, and few shot caught. Next one is very important, and self consistency in prompt engineering. Now, I want to cover this. What is meant by self consistency? No need to hurry. Okay, I'll explain slowly. Whether you guys tired, you can go for it, or maybe you can later listen. But rest of the students, whoever my students, you can follow me as you wish. Self consistency in prompt engineering refers to ability of large language provide consist and reliable response when given the same prompt multiple times so that models output are stable accurate. Do you see, guys, a user ask same question to the prompt multiple times. Now my question to you, are you get multiple responses or same responses? May I know what's your response, guys? In the prompt, you get a multiple questions. Sometimes, what you got? Think and answer. Would you get same response or you got multiple responses? Are you get multiple responses? Now let's multiple responses. Now let's do this. Same question. Now here, let me tell you. So multiple times so that the model's output are stable, accurate, trustworthy. Now, actually, you should get multiple responses or one responses. May I know, please? Let's say you done any projects in organizations and you try the query of the client. Let's say it's a supply chain client, and supply chain client, the market is ABC. When you write supply chain client multiple time, will you get ABC every time should get, or you should get ABC, DEF, HIG? What do you think? We should get same response, isn't it? Good, we should get same response. But when you got multiple responses, then there is an issue, guys, isn't it? So that means the model lost the self consistency in the prompt. Are you understand what is meant by self consistency in prompt engineering, guys? Now the main key aspects of self reproducibility, reproducibility. When same prompt is repeat, the model should ideally produce similar response. Am I correct or not? Similar response, isn't it? Indicating task consistently, then only my project is live, or else my project is not live. Variability management, when some generative models different responses can lead to confuse. Just now I talk about this. Everyone say multiple. If the client is supply chain and my model response DEF GEH, let's say there is another example. What is the turnaround, the profit for Tata for some XYZ company? So the company produced 2 million, but same questions you ask to the multiple time. If the model response 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, do you think company use prompt engineering, guys? No, never, isn't it? Never ever. So that's why this is all comes under variable management. Validations output. So the self, why we got multiple responses for same prompt? If the model lose the self consistency, that's concepts of prompt engineering. So what strategy we need to follow? That clear prompts. So craft well-defined and clear prompts can help the model understand even though you write multiple times. So that's what clear prompting has to be entered to get a proper response. And also the best way, use one shot or few shot approach to the model so that the model, you can have to guide it to the model or not. Give me the picture like crow, where it is a black, where two legs, and you need to give some examples so that the model can generate exact output, even though it never model has never lose the self considerations, isn't it? And iterative testing, running the same prompt multiple times and analyze the response can help identify inconsistency and areas of improvement. Do you see in machine learning models we run multiple time, we should get same accuracy or different accuracies, guys? We should get same accuracy, so that's why we need to do a testing. Fine tune is very important, because if you need animal but you got flower, it is a wrong response by prompt, wrong generations by LLM models interacting with prompt. So that's why the fine tune is required. So fine tune is the model of specific task can enhance its consistency in the context. Guys, I hope I give multiple examples to understood what is meant by self consistency in prompt engineering. So very simple, self consistency means user ask same questions to the prompt, user ask questions to the prompt, same questions to the prompt multiple time. If model produced multiple response, then so this is a not a good model, guys. This is not a good model, isn't it? So user, even though, then the question is how we overcome this issue. The first one is clarity of the prompt. So as I mentioned right now, what are the steps we need to follow? Clarity of prompt. Next one, fine tune. Next one, fine tune. Next one, test. You need to do multiple test. You need to do multiple test. And also guide the prompt. Guide the prompt with guide the prompt with examples like or few shot or. Do you think zero shot will come into the picture? Or one shot? Zero shot never come into the picture. Am I clear, guys? This is the way we get a self consistency in prompt engineering. So do you feel, guys, you're learning a lot of things today? Yes or no? There's a lot of things I've been research a lot, and okay, try to deliver you. So this is amazing, and I don't know how many of them has really enjoyed the sessions. And for me, I really liked it, because this is a nice topic and this is new to the market, and I'm sure my students are happily learning it. Okay, what is next one? Eighth one. So we just few more left and then we go back to the practical. The second one is out of date learning in prompt engineering. Okay, the second one, eighth one, is out of date learning in prompt engineering. So remember, guys, every model produce new versions or not. GPT-3, GPT 3.5, GPT-4, same way Gemini, okay, Pro, and then Gemini Flash. Now let me tell you, every model has trained with cutoff date. For example, this model which trained till 31st December 23. That means whatever the future data you have, whatever future data, do you think GPT-3 trained or not retrained? Future data not trained. So that's why to train GPT, 3.5 turbo, so what exactly the model has cutoff date was 31st December 25. I'm just give you this example. Please try to understand. So team, are you understand what is meant by out of date learning in data learning in prompt engineer? Out of date learning in prompt engineering refers to situations where language models response are based on outdated. What is meant by outdated? When the model outdated, what exactly problem happens? The, this can happen for several reasons. So the first one, fixed knowledge cutoff. Many language model are trained on data available up to specific date. I told you this 3 was date it was trained till December 30. So 23 to 31st December 25, you don't have any data, guys. So the model give accurate response or misinformation should provide. Would you give informations or misinformations provide, guys? Anyone? It will get provide informations or misinformation. Team, are you hearing me? Misinformations provide, isn't it? So definitely it would be never provide any accurate informations because the cutoff date was 31st 23. So the same way, if a model trained includes no informations beyond the data or any events, any advancements, so definitely model will reflects incorrect output. Okay, miss static nature of model. Once trained, listen to me. First one is fixed knowledge cutoff. So let's try to understood fixed knowledge cutoff. Okay. Second one is static nature of model. Once the LLM model trained, the model does not automatically update its knowledge. Let me tell you guys, this is very important. Static means what? Fixed. Static means fixed. Dynamic means changed. Dynamic means changed. So I mean to say, once the model trained does not update automatically, isn't it? Always understand this. So this means it cannot learn from new data and adapt to recent changes unless you need to, what you need to do? You need to be fine tuned. Very good. You need to be fine tuned with new data. So that's why every companies like OpenAI and Gemini and Meta, they introduce new models. Now, do you understand why they're integrated with new models? Everyone with new parameters. That means the model has to be upskilled with new data because it cannot done automatical. It cannot done automatical. That's why we need to be upskilled. Potential for misinformations. Of course, if the LLM models not up to date, LLM models are not up to date. So what exactly happened, guys? So it gives you misinformation or not? Let's say IPL happened on 2024 and one team is not playing, and in 2022 the team is playing, and if you ask to the prompt response, that team is playing, which is inaccurate informations. Am I correct, guys? So implications of prompt user expectations, prompt design, and mitigations outdated response. So what exactly will happen? Mitigations outdated response, isn't it? Now, guys, I hope all the concepts you understood in depth of strategy. So what is the strategy to address outdate? Now, what is the strategies to address the out of date? Okay, now I hope you can easily give the answers. Out of date, contextual prompt. Use prompt, specify information you're asking. For example, as of 21, in the prompt, please mention, okay, as of 21, generate the data. That means it will generate only 21 data, guys. It will generate only 21 year data. So you never get any misinformations, you never get any misinformations from the prompt. Very crisp, clear concepts, guys. What I'm trying to say, isn't it? So you need to now GPT upgrade to produce exactly to in the prompt also you can write as of 21 give me the data, so you never get any wrong informations. Regular updates. Okay, do you know every phones, every Windows has regular updates required or not? Yes, it is. So regular updates is required, and cross verification, and also cross verification is must required, guys. What is cross verifications? It encourages up to date resources. The website has to be up to date, and technology has to be up to date. The market has to be up to date. So now if you need old historical data, try to mention what are the latest advancement in AI 2022, what are the latest advancement 2023, what are the latest advancement AI in 2024. So being aware of, so always understand out of date learning is crucial in prompt engineering. Guys, are you clear why everybody try to introduce new LLM models in every month or every year? To stay updated, guys. with current informations. Guys, I hope you're clear. Interesting. Okay, thank you. So let's see how many of them still here. 66. I told you many of them left. Okay. So guys, is it really, are you enjoying it or it's boring? So are you learn? Ashok, you understood, but okay. So whoever new time joining for my session, okay. I hope you guys pretty clear and learning new topics. Very good, Sudharani. Interesting, Jayant. Nice, nice. Excellent. Let's go back to the few more topics and we go back to the work. So new concepts which are evolving rapidly. True. Now the ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. So few things will finish. Just give me 15 to 20 minutes. We covered them and then we go back to the practical and then we try to wind up. So it'll take another a few more hours, guys. But I'm sorry. So we have to, it's up to you whether you stay or whether you go back. But so eighth, what is eighth, guys? Out of date learning we covered. Now, can we go to the ninth one? Can we go to the ninth one? All right. So what is ninth one? Role playing in prompt engineering. The ninth one is role playing in prompt engineer. Just tell what is the role play? Role play prompts are great way to engage language model in creative and interactive scenarios. So these prompts set the stage for a these prompts are stage for conversations. For example, what exactly what is role play? Different roles we have in the market. For example, fantasy, you need to write a prompt. You are a wise old wizard, a mystical forest, and you're young. See, I mean, how you define a sentence to ask a questions to the prompt. For a historical data, how to write a prompt, you are a Albert Einstein in the early 20th century. A curious students ask you about your theory. How do you explain it to them? So try to remember a few prompts. In customer service, how you write a prompt? Let's say every time you can use the word, you can use chat GPT to you. You are a friend. Understand, guys? Whenever you write a prompt, you think yourself that I and ChatGPT is you. So I'm talking to ChatGPT. Hey GPT, you are a customer service representative for popular tech company. A frustrated customer calls about malfunctioning device. How do you handle the situations? Now, how do you talk to the friend? Now, GPT is your friend and prompt. You need to write a prompt, doctor patients. Now, GPT, treat. You are as a compassionate doctor. Explain a diagnosis to worried patients. How do you communicate the next step in your treatment plan? Okay, detective misery. You are a detective in city. Investigate a mysterious theft. And you can say, hey, prompt, I want to travel to Goa in next month. Can you please provide what I have to do? What are the prompts? What are the cons? And how to enjoy my leaves? Future. So guys, understand what is meant by role playing in prompt. Everyone is clear what is meant by role playing, how to enter a effective prompts, and considered too that you can say, hey prompt, you act as an interviewer and take my interview. So you can write as a prompt to that GPT, you can act as a interviewer. And okay, let's go back some of the example and let's try it. Most important to get better result. Exactly. um, you act as a prompt engineer, prompt engineer interview panel, and ask me and ask me a list of interview question. Okay, just enter this. Okay, here, technical questions, understand of language model, prompt design, evolutions metrics, zero shot, handling ambiguity, behavior. You guys got the right informations or not, scenario based? So guys, are you clear or not? If you ask a question, prompt engineer interview. Now try this. Absolutely. Do you see? I mean, here you not get effective response compared to this. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. This is all comes under role play in prompt engineer. So that means how a user write the query and use the GPT as your friend. And how do you talk to the friend? You talk to the friend, hey you, can you explain me? So you can talk like that, guys. So understand, this is all comes under your role playing prompt. Are you guys clear this one? Can we go to the next topic? Can we go to the next topic? Yes. All I mean, dear viewers, are you clear? Yep. Next, go to the next concepts of ninth one is done. Benefits of creativity, engagement, and RAG in prompt engineering. I already gave a workshop about this, but try to understood what is meant by RAG in prompt engineering. So in the RAG technique, so what is meant by RAG? Retrieval, augmented, and generations. I already done the workshop before. It is very nice. We use FireSDB and we use how the data extraction is done from a PDF retrieval. A user, it's very simple. A user write a query, it retrieve the query, and it's augmented and generate a response. But the response to get every in RAG, these RAG always integrate to always integrate to the vector database, to the vector databases, guys. So in the vector database, so can you share in recording on RAG? Yeah, I already done that before. I will share after the class. I will share recording. It's a nice workshop we've been done. Most of the people already completed. I will share you that, guys. All right. The one who not present on the workshop, let's try to finish it. RAG for retrieve augmented generations. In the context of prompt engineering, any language model, retrieval. The process retrieve relevant informations or document from a database or knowledge to the input query. This helps provide context and factual grounding for the response. So let me draw a small architecture here. How exactly happen? Let's say you train a PDF, you load a PDF here. Okay, just one moment. I'll go to what do you say? Okay, OneNote. Let's open it and draw. So here, what I'm going to do now, you load a PDF, guys. Okay. When you load a PDF, what exactly happened? And the PDF, all the text has stored into the vector database. All the PDF data has stored into the vector database, guys. Any database like Fias, Chroma, Pinecone, and we have multiple vector databases. This is PDF. And we create a prompt LLM model. In this prompt, a user write a query. And let's say this is a IPL data PDF. In this IPL data PDF, a user write a query, give me in 2024 which are the teams played. So instead of it, whenever user write a query, it reads to the LLM model. LLM model reads to the vector database. From the vector database, it fetches the content from the PDF and generate a response to the LLM model. Are you guys understand? RG, you clear now? What exactly you mean by, okay, the RAG technique? So in RAG, you get a accurate responses for a data. So the process of uh, document from a database or knowledge based. So the database we called as knowledge base also, it helps provide context and factual grounding the response. So I already, how RAG works, I already give workshop. I'll show you the link now after complete this one. The first one, query input, informations retrieval, response generations. Query input, the user write a query in the prompt. Already we loaded documents. From the document, it's a predefined set of documents, and those documents has embedded to the vectors in the database. And based on the vector matched, so we try to get the proper responses. Can you explain with example about RAG? No, I already, Mehboob, I already done a RAG workshop. It is a not, there's a multiple. See, whenever you write any prompt, you get accurate responses or not. For example, in Google Colab, you load a PDF, okay? and the PDF is about the two PDF you load. One is politics, one is cricket match. So all the text, it will embedded to the vectors. Okay, what is word embedding? There's a lot of big concepts, all the embedding to the vectors. Now to the prompt you ask, give me the detail of cricket. So what happened? These prompt will again embed it to the vectors. These vectors will search from the database and generate only cricket informations, and they never give you politics informations. So that's the example of RAG. Are you clear, Mehboob, what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? Okay. So that's why you need to be, I'll give some of the things for RAG workshops. I want you to refer that and you can work. It's a hands-on also. You can, it's very nice things we've been developed on that day. Okay. So what is benefits of RAG? Yeah, I will share the video as well. I will share all generative AI videos. You can try to follow that. Lot of things. You complete your Gen AI by watching those videos. Enhanced accuracy, richness of content. So you get benefits of RAG. Enhanced accuracy, richness of content. Understand, guys, RAG, I already told you. The RAG, the main concepts, I'll again tell you. Any company has multiple documents. These documents you load, and in vector database, these documents stored in a vector form. And once any client write a query to the LLM model, these query also embedded to the store in the vector form. So in the vector form, this is PDF document vector form. This is a client requirement. Both will convert to the numbers, vectors. In the vector database, it will give you a semantic information, and those vectors will generate a response for the accurate question. Sometimes client will be happy based on the question, sometimes the client may not, but still we need to do a fine-tune RAG as well. I hope understand, guys, because RAG is a big topic, and try to understand how the RAG will use in prompt engineering. Last part of a theory, and then we go back to the practical. So let's go back React. So in the RAG, we always a user enter a query. Okay, first one, company has few documents, few docs. Those docs will store in vector form. Okay, vector form using embedding concept, using embedding concept. And after that, okay, so vector form using embedding concept. Okay, user write a query and ask question about a few questions about PDF. Now what happened? A user question also stored in vector form, and LLM model retrieve and generate and generate semantic informations of the query. Guys, are you understood? If the model responds accurate query, it's good. If model not produced accurate informations, then you need to fine tune. You need to fine tune again. You need to fine tune it. I hope clear, guys. So this is what about RAG in prompt engineering. Okay, last part is 11, which is called the last part. Let's get into the last, React. So React in prompt engineering. What is meant by React? So React means reason plus act. What is meant by reason plus act? Let's try to cover this. React in prompt engineering refers to framework combine reasoning and action to improve the performance of large language model in interactive scenario. For example, key component of React is reasoning, engagement, and action. So what is meant by reason? The reason means the model engage a logical thought to analyze the prompt and derive conclusive based informations available using techniques like chain of thoughts. You know what is chain of thoughts? Thoughts means reasoning or not? It's step-by-step approach. Then model maintain interactive dialogues, responding to user inputs dynamically and context. The model takes action steps based on the reasoning process. This is pretty straightforward: reasons, engagement, and action. How React works? React means what? Reason plus act, guys. User input. Let's say the user provide a prompt or question that requires thoughtful response. The model analyze the input, breaking down into parts, the reason through context and implications, then dynamic interactions. The model generate a response based on reasoning, maintain ongoing dialogue to follow the questions or clarifications. What would be the action output? The response is crafted to provide clear actionable informations that user can apply for further discuss. Guys, understand what is meant by React? So the React means reason plus act. Everything it's done, the backend again works with caught. So what is meant by caught? Chain of thoughts. What are the example in React? Let's say I am planning to, let's say we write a prompt, we write a example to the prompt. I'm planning a road trip. What should I consider when choosing my route? Very good. We have a multiple routes to go from one place to another place. So you write a prompt. I'm planning a trip. Could you tell me which route I just wanted to travel? So the reason, the model analyze the factors such as distance, road conditions, attractions, and travel time. First, it's reason, thinking. The model think, reason. Engagement. The model responds with overview, inviting future further questions. Action. It may suggest specific tool like maps or apps to help plan the route, enhance the user's ability. So guys, understand or not what exactly mean by React? So React framework in prompt engineer emphasize a structured approach to interactive scenario, combining reasoning, engagement, and actionable insights, guys. So this is what the done by, this is what done by, the React in prompt engineering. So the next one, the last part is 12. DSP, dynamic structure prompting. This is not required. Again, it's work at same. It improve relevance, enhance user experience, efficiency, all those things we will come under. Do you want me to share this document? Do you want me to share this documents, guys? How many of them want? Do you see amazing? I spent a lot of time to create these documents where a non-technical student also use this. Okay. PA, unmute you. Any questions, guys? I want. And also, I already done some previous workshops. Do you see you need to rag? I'm sharing my all previous workshop session absolutely free. Prompt engineering, today's session is going on. And Crew AI, which is multi-agents. And you have to refer this as well. And also Gemma model and GenAI model and Hugging Face Olama and OpenAI and complete data science library. So this is many workshops I've been taken. I'm gonna share if you want. I will share this docs to you. Are you guys cleared the prompt engineering today? Most of, I mean, the students, whoever, Sekhar, please share. Okay, I will share, guys. No worries. I will share to everyone, and this part would be pretty clear, isn't it? Okay. So the 12th one is DSP. DSP means dynamic and it act like DSP also. We done. Okay. Next, go to the practical time. So theory, we are completed. Theory, we are completed. Amazing. May I know now the practical which I'm going to do, I'm going to do with OpenAI API key. But my questions to you is the I would my as per my experience, as per my client, I would highly recommend compared to Gemini and compared to Meta, OpenAI is very powerful LLM. So OpenAI is not a free. OpenAI is not a free. So we need to be pay for it. We need to be buy this. I already bought the license key. I will try to tell you how to purchase a license key. It's just a $5. If you want to purchase, in the class. You can do it, or maybe you can do it later, but it's all depends on you. Okay, guys, it's all depends on you. But let's heading towards practical time. In this practical time, we will try to understand how exactly all those things work. Let's focus on this. Now, let's start, team, and I will share all the documents. I will share all the documents right now. Just 1 second, and give me 2 minutes. I will share my GitHub, and you can refer to the GitHub and you can try that. But let's see. I'm use a VS Code to do my work, and let's finish it. Whatever practical theories we done in prompt engineer, we're going to do a practical now. But for that, I'll create a folder over here. Okay, let's create a folder, and okay, just wait. And I already created. Let's do here and create a folder called prompt engineer. I create a folder in my VS Code. Let's check where I have PPP. Somewhere I gone. Wait. Okay. Did I create it? 1 second. I'll create a, let's do this light prompt. Okay. Okay. This is prompt I created. In this prompt, I want to create a new file. Let's create a new file, and I want to PE prompt engineer.py. Let's create the py file over here, and let's try to work on it. So guys, whether you want to work or not, it's up to you, but I will enter the key later, but not right now. Let's try to do it. The first one, as we import a streamlit as st, okay, stream, and stream light streamlit as a st. Okay, we try to, because all my code has to be keep in the UI layout, and I want to check import open AI. It has to be mentioned in small letter. Now try this and execute. Okay, so this two things, that's fine. You'll not get any output. That's okay. Let me close this. So how many libraries we done? OpenAI, because we try to, now I want to set up a OpenAI API key. So OpenAI dot API underscore key. I want to set up a key, not now because it is a paid one. Okay, before how to set up a API key. Anyone has OpenAI API key, guys? Just go to platform dot OpenAI. Okay, now let me tell you how do you create OpenAI key. Let's go to the practical, and again we go to the step-by-step approach. The first we go to the practical, prompt engineering practical. Let's say prompt engineering practical over here. So we do the practical, and if you want to buy, you can buy. The first one, you can write a platform dot openai.com. See, I go back and write here platform.openai.com. So just go back, openai.com. Do you see this, guys? Okay. So once you do, you can see a logout, and you can do a sign in options over here. Once you get sign in options, anyone is work with me. And let me tell you, if you want to buy, you can work. If you don't want to buy the OpenAI API key, just do not work now. Just focus the classes, and then you can do it later if you want. So this is the playground. And once you go for this, and I want to go to API references, if you want to buy now, you have to log in with this ID and platform.com first. Okay, click the OpenAI, and then second, this, and log in to the OpenAI using your Gmail ID. 3, Gmail ID means it's registered, no problem. Next time onwards, you can log in it. You can get log out and you get your a file. Okay, if you want to add your any images, you can add it, no problem. So you go to your profile. If you want to change your things, you can try to mention your phone number. Everything you need to be mentioned. Once you go to your profile, in your profile, you go to your API keys. In these API keys, you create a new secret API key. So you select your profile and you need to create a new API key. But even though you create API key, but don't worry, it will not work. So better don't do this, and you don't try many spend time, because many of try already. The reason why OpenAI stop providing free access, okay, from May 2023. So it's better you don't try this out. Okay, now 3-1. So go to the fourth, and once you go to the fourth, just you can go to billing. Okay, in your profile, go to billing. So if you want to go for billing, just in your profile, okay, profile, go to billing options. You can find out. If you refer to the billing, you can have a payment methods. Just go to payment methods, and once you go to payment methods and you try, I already done my payment method. You add payment method, you give your card details. I already give my card details, and once give my card details, next one, you get your billing history. And do you see, I paid $5.90. I mean $6. How much cost, guys? 6 into 80. Anyone? 480. I think it's something like it cost me around 1,000 to 1,500. That's it. Once you get the paid, I just use two invoice created, and after invoice created, what I default, I disconnected, because so that my payment as, let's spend this money and I'll go for it. All right, once it's done, limits. So are you understood, guys, what I'm trying to speak? Everybody clear up to this or not? Everyone is clear up to this, how I'm doing and how I go back to this? So once you go back to here and then click this and go to your profile, and then second one, everyone has to purchase payment methods, and once it is paid, it's a safe amount, no need to worry, safe amount. It will deduct $5. I think international debit card is allowed. You need to international debit card is allowed. I would highly recommend, okay, do not give any credit card, it's for safer side. I would request to the users to do not give any credit card details, and it's you won't get any free versions to get your API key. Once you done this, after you done this, you purchase a key. Just go to the API keys and create a new secret key. I have my key. Go to API key and then create a new secret key, and you copy the key and paste and save somewhere. Paste and save the key for any practical in LangChain, any practical in OpenAI. In OpenAI, good for multi-rag. What is single rag? What is multi-rag? Simple rag, when you do a text-to-text fine-tune extractions, you can use text rag. Simple rag. For multi-rag, this API key is very powerful, and lot of things you learn. Company will pay to give this key, so you can get the key. No need to worry. You can spend. Come on, man. We try to spend more money on food and all those things, but can't you spend at least $1,000 to learn a new thing? So I would highly recommend my students to purchase. Maybe not now, when the time comes up. Clear? So once you're done, go to dashboard. Once you're done, go to dashboard. Once you go to the dashboard, just after you save the key, just go to dashboard. Once you go to the dashboard, just click on the dashboard. Okay. In the dashboard, you can use uses. You can check your uses. Once you check the uses, do you see you have monthly billing, how much amount you spent? I just select on it and I found as I spent almost like paid. This is active. This key is active till 2025 and 2025. Don't worry, you won't use my key because after the practical I deactivate it, so it never worked for you. So I'll create multiple key and I paid $10, and out of the $10, so for this practical I used it. I used almost 0.30 because every tokens are associated with it. I think for 1,000 tokens, it spent $0.01 rupees, at least for 1,000 tokens. Might be these numbers are little varies. So this is, we have $5, $5. So still I have a balance because you see this credit grants, the USD, I have a $10 in my account. So the account is expire on 2025. I have to finish it. And once I finish it, I can activate my card and use for my reference and project purpose. Am I clear, guys, how to check this? So you go back to dashboard usage and check your how many amounts and how much amount you have in your, how much amount you have in your OpenAI credit card, OpenAI balance. Done this. And once you're done, that's great. You go to the playground and check. Once you purchase, you write any question, what is today, and enter run. You definitely got your response. Did you see GPT 4.0? I purchased GPT 3.5 turbo, and you can run the same query. Is there anything? Okay. Okay. So, okay, about India. So just go to run. And when you run, check this. So here, these responses we generate, how many tokens, guys? Here 22,048 tokens. Up to this 8 tokens produce, and then top P1 we selected, frequency penalty 00. Understood up to this? And this is a response from text. You can also JSON if you need to create a JSON object. When you try to run the same prompts about India, and let's try JSON object to run. And okay, message must contain the word JSON. I think you you can understand because based on the response you will get it. So clear, the playground we also tested now. So here I have my API key. This is the way the API key generates. So I hope how a new user, how to log in and get API key, get paid API key if you are a new users. Am I clear, guys, up to this? Next, let's get back to the practical. Let's get back to the practical. Now let me go back to my code, and first one, I'll enter my open API key later. So check the spelling. If anything wrong, please update me, guys. If you want to work, you can work the code. And once you generate OpenAI API key, after the codes, you can do it as well. All right. Now, okay, let's try. I want to define, okay, response, generate response, and from the prompt we are do a practical, and which model I want to call a GPT. Let's check 3.5. How I know? Because most of the time we are using this model. And let me check, just go back to my playground. In the playground, GPT 3.5 turbo, just check the spell, GPT 3.5 turbo. Okay, this one we already done this. And okay, max length, do you see max length parameter I was talk about? len gth, len gth. I want to pass max length parameter as 150, and temperature temperature. So I think temperature I can say like 0.5 or 0 to 2. So we can say as 0.2, or maybe let's keep it 0.5, or let's make it 7. So we guys are done. And then here define functions always ends with colon. Clear this query. Look at the code, very simple. We done Streamlit as st, This is for front-end applications. Import OpenAI because we try to create a large language model. We from OpenAI has to train my data, and I will pass my OpenAPI key later because let me code everything and I pass later. And once I pass the later, if you see this now, I want to generate a response. For the generated response, if you see, do you see model GPT 3.5 turbo? That's right. Max length 150, temperature 0 0.7. um, I passed. So how many parameters I passed here? So 1 2 3 4 parameters we passed here, right? Now once you've done this, guys, let's try to write, I want to get a response. Check any spelling is wrong. I don't want to RESPONSE response. Who will give response? OpenAI has to give response. OpenAI has many inbuilt functions like chart prompt. Now, chart completions. Okay. Create. I want to create a COMPLETION. Okay. Create, CREATE, create. And I want to create a chart prompt. So when I create a chart prompt, I have to pass to the model and okay, and messages, AGES, which messages, who will messages you need to enter. The messages enter has to be, let's keep it in a dict form. The first one, role, and I'm a user. Okay, user can act, and it has to be content. Okay, content has to prompt. Good. So the content has to be prompt, and then I'll do a comma. All right, guys. And how many tokens I have to generate? Max tokens. How many max length? Max length I already passed like 150, and temperature I has to define with temperature. All right. So these many temperature we have done. That's okay. So this is very simple code. In the code, I haven't anything write extra. If you go back to my prompt, in the prompt, I define all these parameters and that's it. Okay, guys. Once I done, let's try to define and let's say written. Okay, written is a keyword and I need to return the response and and which response choices. I will take choices and I have to pass 0. And from messages, I already mentioned, okay, here, GES messages. And now I want to print a message. And then I have to, which one I need? I need to generate a content from the messages, guys. This part is clear. Now, okay, I have to try. All right, just go back to try. So I want to try use my try block because try to run the code. If this error happens, then 1 second, guys. Let's try. Okay. And okay. And then here. Okay, that's good. So I need to use, let's keep them into try block and okay. And then let's, okay, try responses. We've been done this. Okay, that's fine. Control Y. Clear? And then here I go to written. Am I correct, guys? Let's check. This would be fine. Messages and temperature would be okay. This would be, I'll open it. I think, one moment, create. This is fine. Model, role. I defined the role here. Prompt, Okay, we done this one. Okay, and then max tokens, max length, temperature is already done the temperature over here. Okay, that's fine. And then here, return, that's cool. Okay, so once we're done, once the try, I have to make an except block, and please raise the exception as E. I want to see any error message I got. Now I want to get a Streamlit. Let's see if any error I got. So now I use a format here and then try an error occurred. So I have to mention as E. Okay, that's good. Guys, are you clear up to this? So send.error and then return none. Cool. This part we done. This is a simple model we've been done. Let me repeat again. So we try open API key. We called. I'll pass the API key later. Now try response and model messages, role users, content prompt. Okay, max tokens, max length. Okay, temperature we pass, and then choices. Any spelling is wrong. Content and accept. Okay, if you try to execute the code, if you got the error, please accept the error and raise the exceptions. Okay, so send.error. Okay, that's good. And here return none. Cool. Now this part we done. I hope everyone is done now. Okay, and you will try to do later. So once we're done, I want to make a title, send title. Okay, so I want to make a title of the app. Let's say prompt or prompt engineering with open AI. Okay, I want to create a prompt engineer with open AI and send dot write, and I want to write as a prompt. Enter your prompt. All right, enter your prompt below, and okay, I would say and see how the model response, how the model response. I just use this one. That's good. So now we create a title and write, and then so we create an app. The name of the app is prompt engineering, and we get a message like enter your prompt, and user has to be prompt. In the user prompt, you need to send Streamlit text areas, text. I think we not get areas over here, text underscore area. If you get this one, and it will generate a prompt, and then height equals to 200, height equals to because you can try to. Now let's write if st dot button. I want to create a button and generate generate a response over here, and then if user prompt and colon with st dot spinner button I just created here, and then I can say like generating, maybe I should, okay, generating responses. Okay, so anything you need to be generated responses over here, and then so response equals to, I can generate responses from where? User prompt. All right, once you write a user prompt, that's good. And if response, then st send dot, you already had a header, right? Then I can create a subheader. All right, and I want to create a subheader as assistance or assistant a response, which let's do this, and then st dot write response. Okay, And then we can go back to else, and here st dot warning, and I want to please enter a prompt before generates before generating a response. Try to follow this. So here, all right, and else part is done. Then st dot write, you can say this app use this. We use OpenAI, right, guys? OpenAI's API, OpenAI API to generate responses based on prompt, based on your prompt. Okay. All right. So now let's understand what exactly we've been done. And before I pass, I need to pass my OpenAI API key. Okay, guys, just wait for some time. Let me pause for 2 seconds because I have to pass my OpenAI. So the keys are not to be shared. So just give me 2 minutes. And so here, I pause it. Okay, just go back and uh, close it now. Prompt. Okay. Anyway, I'll, even though you can't see this, you see this, guys? Now I enter my OpenAI API key and Control S. All those things we've been done, right? So what is the code we've been done? Streamlit, OpenAI, and so we define try, and then okay, we try accept exceptions and with OpenAI, and we try to mention. Now let's try to execute. So here I call my OpenAI key because you need to enter OpenAI API key here. Just go to terminal, new terminal, and let me use my command prompt. So cd which prompt. Okay, this is what I have in prompt I created, and now I can streamlit run and just stream streamlit run dot py. Okay, okay, amazing. Do you see this, guys? Prompt engineering with OpenAI. We create a backend and now front end create. Enter your prompt below. Okay, now let's create a prompt, and I can say that summarize. Okay, and can you explain how a non-technical learner can able to can non-technical learner can get a job in as LLM developer, and list of can you provide can you provide the list of guidelines, okay, to the non-technical students question mark. Okay, so this is LLM now or generative AI developer, and can you check the spelling guidelines? Okay, guidelines. Now generate assistant. You guys amazing, isn't it? Are you there or you leave? Are you there? You leave, guys. So I hope understand. So we create a backend, we create a front end, and becoming generative. So do you see prompt engineering with OpenAI? We create a applications prompt engineering applications, and whatever the things I've been teach you in theory, also we've been implement in the code. But trust me, in this code, I go back to my code again. In the code, what I want to do now, just little scroll down, I want to pass a max length as 200, or temperature, I just go as temperature reduced to 0.2. And once I reduce, control S, save it. But again, as I tell you, everything is impact to the cost factor. Now I'll go back to my dashboard. I will see how much my amount has expenses. Just go to the usage, and when you go to the usage, now let's check it. Do you see 4.35? Now I'll refresh the model again. Just go here, and did I save it? Go to the code and control S. I saved it now, and go to the app front end, enter refresh again. Now just summarize. Okay. Um, can you provide list of interview question to clear NLP or a clear a AI developer? Can you provide list of interview questions to clear AI developer interview question? Okay. Now just generate response, and wow, great, man. Do you see how the response is assistant? Can you explain difference between machine learning? What programming language tools to use AI develop? Can you walk us through a project where you, man, it's awesome. How do you approach data pre-processing feature AI projects? How do you evaluate the performance of an AI model? How to mention effective prompts? Okay, we got a questions now, and questions. Okay, now I'll take a screenshots. Let's do the snipping tool. In the snipping tool, okay, it's gone, I think. Question and along with answer. Now I'm saying question and give me along with answers. Now try this. Great. So in this code, thank you sir for this information. Okay, good. Now here I want to pass a 200 tokens. Now let's change to 400 tokens, and control S. Just copy this code and refresh my things, and prompt engineering, just go back and apply now and generate a response and do it now. Let's do this. Oh man, awesome. Yeah, because tokens is increase and stop because of OpenAI Playground. Now let's check what's my available balance. Cool. Oh, that's nice. It's not, I think, yeah, because we haven't done 1,000 tokens. But see the questions. Can you explain difference between supervised and unsupervised? Amazing. We got answer. How do you handle overfitting machine learning model? Amazing. You guys know. Can you explain concepts of reinforcement learning? So guys, see, I mean, how, if you ask what step, okay. So ask who is Prakash Senapathi? Now I'll ask, and can you explain about him? Can you explain about him? Okay, just generate. I'm sorry, couldn't find any specific about a person name. It is a possible that is private individual, not a well-known public figure. If you have more context detail about him, I may. Now you have to train a PDF, and you need to do a RAG model. So there you can do a fine-tune model. And in this questions, the model not response, there is the concepts called RAG comes into the picture, guys. Are you clear? Why the RAG? Now I'll create my documents. I load to the model. Now I create a front end. I ask the questions. Now my model able to respond. I hope things would be pretty clear. And if you ask who is Rajnikant, and can you explain about him? Now generate a response. And then, okay, great man, you got it. Do you see? Because this information is available in the internet. So that's why the model got responses. But my information does not. because yeah, we're just a developer, right, guys? So we have all those things. So how do you feel? It's amazing, amazing, guys. So yes, do you? So guys, if you really prompt engineering, are you clear in one video? Everyone, are you clear? So I want everyone to make a like, comment, because we spent almost like 10, 11, 12, 40. It's 2.5 hours. Fabulous. Okay, good. What about any sir? It's looking very good and useful topic. Very good, Mehboob. No, man, you this would be awesome. Now you can try and how to. Can you explain? Now try to use in your prompt. Now try to write. Can you explain how can we get documents and file for this? Yeah, Pratish, can you explain how how a non-technical student are able to learn uh, able to learn full stack data science and generative AI in 2024, and also guide a student in step by step approach? Question. Now response. Thank you. Guys, amazing response. Assistance response. Your non-technical students can learn by following structures. Start with the basic. Familiarize yourself, fundamental data science. Learn programming and understand manipulation, visualization. Study machine learning algorithms. Explore deep learning. So do you see my students, are we follow the same same steps or not? My students, guys, practical with projects. Stay updated. Yes, my students are, we get this info Google search also. Yeah, it may be more specific with OpenAI, right? Yes, man. Google search, Lokesh, if you ask Google search, give you 20 headings. You have to select every headings to get right content or not. Correct, Lokesh? But in GPT, it never gives you a 10 tabs. You need to open it and get it. So that's why GPT is more powerful. You got me what I'm saying, right, buddy? Yeah. So now, can you explain about try last time NareshIT in Amirpet, Hyderabad? Just try it. Didn't responses. Let's try. Do you see this, guys? Yeah. Naresh IT's training institutes, Hyderabad is offering wide range of courses. Okay, it's good. It's a popular choice among looking into Enhance and Kickstart IT. Great, man. It's already give a Naresh IT informations also. Amazing. So I hope we spend a lot of good time. And so guys, any new students, if any new students, please, you can catch me in LinkedIn, and my new program started on Gen. You can inform your friends to join the class. It's amazing because a lot of new topics has been introduced, and my students, you guys get more topic from prompt engineer in the classes. And awesome. How do you feel? It's good. It's good journey, guys. I mean, amazing. So we spent 2.5 hours. Entire prompt engineer you covered in one day. How many of them cleared? Good. So amazing. Very nice. So, so guys, most of the time, you guys are watching the session, but you haven't comment. But I appreciate your comment on these type of videos, so that we can I can try to bring up more workshops. Okay. So thank you. Any questions you want to discuss? Any questions you want to discuss? All right. So good. So I want you to post your comments, likes, and share to this video, and reach out to this video, guys. Okay. So I'll share these things later. So that's it for link of video and documents. Video, you can refer to this. I think my students you'll get in the class, not right now. And the new students, please reach out to the admin and comment to the admin, and so that I will share these documents to my admin, and he can share to your Gmail IDs. All right. Yeah, because few credential also required. And my students, I will share you in the class. My students, I will share you all the documents in the class. All right. So thank you and happy Sunday. And I really appreciate to the students who stay 2.5 hours. And it's good, guys. That's it for today. And have a good day and happy weekends to all, and see you. Any questions and any new students, please join my join my new workshop. I want to scan this file NIT, and you can share this QR code if anybody interested. So can you please scan this QR code and you can share to your friends, so that we can add you in a community to get all these recording. Okay, team. One moment. Open with photo. Just go back and try this. Okay. So see you and have a good day and happy weekends. And thank you, team. So don't forget to comment, like, share. Okay. So this is, I shouldn't speak, but I have to say, because many of students are attending but do not comment. So it's up to you guys. Anyway, thank you guys, and have a great week. Bye. Good, Yamini. All right. Please scan it and share anyone who wants to learn this one. See you guys.